None of your content creators, your favorite ones, including me, are your friends. It's not just to make you feel bad or whatever, it's just the truth.
What happens when the boundaries between reality and fiction collapse? When the image we present to the world becomes a prison, and the truth of who we are is lost in the noise. Perfect Blue, the 1997 Japanese animated psychological thriller directed by Satoshi Kon, is a striking exploration of identity, celebrity culture, and the complexities of the human psyche. At the heart of the film lies a powerful and chilling narrative about a young pop idol, Mima Kirigoe, who faces the breakdown of her sense of self amidst an increasingly surreal and threatening world. The film's examination of parasocial relationships, the one-sided bonds formed between fans and celebrities, and the blurring of online and offline identities resonates deeply in today's digital age. With the rise of social media, influencer culture, and the commodification of personal lives, Perfect Blue remains as relevant as ever in highlighting the dangers of these phenomena. Parasocial relationships, a term coined by psychologists Donald Horton and Richard Wall in the 1950s, describe the one-sided emotional connections that individuals develop with public figures. These relationships are particularly prevalent in the age of social media, where fans can follow celebrities, influencers, and online personalities through platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Unlike traditional relationships, parasocial ones are not reciprocated, yet they often create a sense of intimacy, leading followers to feel personally connected to the figures they admire. In the film, Mima Kirigoe's transition from a pop idol to a more mature actress is met with intense scrutiny and invasive adoration from her fanbase. One of the film's most unsettling elements is the way her fans, particularly one obsessed individual, feel entitled to her life. The parasocial relationship that Mima has with her audience becomes toxic as it shapes her reality. As the boundaries between her on-screen persona and her true self begin to dissolve, Mima's sense of identity is eroded, and she is unable to escape the projections of her fans' desires and expectations. In today's world, social media amplifies the dangers of parasocial relationships. Fans often view influencers and celebrities as accessible and personal figures, allowing the line between reality and fiction to blur. The increasing pressure on online personalities to maintain an image that aligns with their followers' expectations can lead to mental health issues, self-doubt, and even identity crises. Perfect Blue illustrates how the overwhelming intensity of parasocial relationships can disorient and destabilize the psyche, making it difficult for the subject of those relationships to distinguish between their true self and the public persona constructed for their audience. At the heart of the film's exploration of obsessive fandom is Mimania, a fan who takes his devotion to Mima to a disturbing extreme. His character embodies the dark side of idol culture, where fans feel entitled to their idols' lives and identities. Mima's transition from a pure and innocent pop idol to a provocative actress is seen as a betrayal, one that justifies his increasingly unhinged behaviour. Mimania's obsession with Mima is rooted in his need to preserve the idealised version of her that exists in his mind. A version that aligns with his fantasies rather than her reality. His fixation escalates as he becomes determined to protect the version of Mima he adores, even if it means erasing the real Mima. His actions underscore a chilling truth. When fandom turns toxic, it can strip celebrities of their humanity, reducing them to mere projections of their admirers' desires. The interactions between Mima and Mimania highlight how fandom can become invasive and dangerous. Mimania's voyeurism is especially disturbing, as he lurks in the shadows, tracking her every move. His constant presence, both literal and symbolic, reinforces the idea that Mima can never escape the gaze of her fans, even in her most private moments. One of the most prescient aspects of Perfect Blue is its exploration of the internet's role in enabling and amplifying obsessive behaviour. The film introduces the Mima's Room website, a fan-run blog that appears to be written by Mima herself, but is actually an elaborate fabrication. This site chronicles her life in disturbingly accurate detail, including private thoughts and events that no one should have access to. For Mima, the existence of this site is deeply unsettling, as it represents the loss of control over her identity. The internet becomes a tool for others to rewrite her narrative, shaping how she is perceived by the world and by herself. The anonymity of the digital space allows fans to intrude into her life in ways that would have been impossible before, turning the internet into a stage where her every move is scrutinized, dissected, and manipulated. In today's context, this depiction of online fandom feels almost prophetic. With the rise of social media, celebrities and public figures face similar challenges, as their lives are documented, distorted, and consumed by an ever-watchful audience. The concept of Mima's Room can be seen as a precursor to the invasive culture of celebrity gossip blogs, online fan forums, and social media accounts that blur the line between admiration and stalking. Mima's struggle with her fractured identity, torn between her pop idol star image, her acting career, and her own private self, echoes the way many people today experience the pressure to maintain a consistent and appealing online identity while navigating the challenges of their own personal lives. Perfect Blue is not only a film about fame, but also about the psychological cost of public visibility. Mima's breakdown throughout the film is a direct consequence of the overwhelming pressure to meet external expectations and maintain a public persona that is not entirely hers. The film suggests that digital fame and the parasocial relationships it engenders can be deeply dehumanizing. Celebrities and influencers become commodified, their personal lives scrutinized and manipulated, often leading to a loss of personal agency. The dangers of this are not merely theoretical. In recent years, there have been multiple instances of online harassment, cyberstalking, and mental health struggles among public figures due to parasocial relationships. The obsession of fans, combined with the constant digital surveillance of influencers' every move, creates an environment where the line between genuine connection and obsession becomes dangerously thin. The psychological toll on those at the center of this attention can be devastating, as they experience the disintegration of their private selves and the loss of their ability to control their own narrative. Perfect Blue continues to be a hauntingly relevant film in its depiction of the dangers of parasocial relationships and the collapse of personal identity in an increasingly media-saturated world. The issues it raises about fame, privacy, and the psychological costs of public visibility have only grown more pertinent in today's digital age, where the boundaries between the real and the virtual are ever more difficult to navigate. As social media and influencer culture evolve, Perfect Blue serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the importance of protecting our sense of self amidst the noise of online expectations and the commodification of identity. The film is a potent reflection on the psychological risks of parasocial relationships and the complex dynamics of online fame, issues that continue to shape our understanding of identity and privacy in the modern world. Thank you so much for joining me on this short, deep dive into Perfect Blue and its striking relevance in today's world. As we navigate an era dominated by parasocial relationships and the constant evolving of online identities, it's important to remember the fine line between personal truth and public image. If you found this analysis thought-provoking, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more insights and future film analysis. And remember, in a world where everything feels connected, sometimes it's vital to reconnect with ourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.